What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about gravitating towards authenticity. See, many times it's hard for us to grasp the concept of authenticity. Many times we have been lied to in this society, lied to about our worth, lied to about how others feel about us, lied to about how we should maneuver in society. But in reality, just being real, being honest, being truthful is the best scenario and best outcome for our lives. Sometimes it's hard for us to be honest and truthful because we may not want to hurt other people's feelings. Sometimes opinions that other people make, it may not align with our opinions, but instead of us telling those people that we don't agree with their opinions or their statements, we rather champion on and try to grasp onto a concept that may not be within what we believe in. Sometimes it may be our friends, our family, our associates, colleagues in the workforce. But to be honest, it's better to be real than be fake. Many times, even with ourselves, we're harsh judgment of character on ourselves. Sometimes we may go on in the world and put on a front and try to make people see us for the image that we put on. That image that we put on may not be our authentic self. It may not be the authentic version of ourselves, but because we feel the need to fit in and try to be something that we're not, we play into this role and this character that is not really us. Understand, sometimes when you're transparent and you actually know what you need to work on, you tell others that you need to work on things and just be authentic with someone else. Share your story with someone else. Sometimes people gravitate towards you more than you trying to put on a front. See, in this day and age, many people are putting on a front. They're putting on a front due to the fact of the matter of fake it till you make it, be something you're not, and try to please people. The only time that we go through these scenarios and situations is when we're trying to please others, people pleasing. When we try to people please, we lose a sense of ourselves because we start to become something we're not. Understanding who you are and staying grounded in who you are is the best solution and best outcome. Why? Because when you know who you are and you know that you're authentic, then you do not have to put on a front for anybody. When you understand that authenticity is important, especially in this life, you will maneuver this world very much differently. Sometimes people will put up images just to please others, just to gain approval. And they only could do those things for so long until the true authentic version of themselves reveals itself. Many times we may look up to these people in media platforms and publications. And when that act is over, when those images are over, we see them for who they actually are. What I say is it's better for us to actually know ourselves and be real with ourselves and be real with others, so there isn't no act to follow. Because when you're following an act for many years, it starts to get old, it starts to get gimmicky, and you cannot hold on to that image no longer. The real you will reveal itself. When you're around people, places, and things, and you're not an authentic version of yourself, people can see that. People know when you're trying too hard. People know when you're being something that you're not. And it's best that we be real and honest with ourselves. Sometimes being honest with yourself and understanding what you should be around helps you gain a stronger sense of self. When you understand the mission that the Most High places you on, and you understand that the Most High wants you to be authentic, then you can choose to live in this world trying to please people, living in this world trying to be something you're not, living in this world trying to fake it till you make it. And ultimately, you will lose. Or you could choose to be authentic, transparent, work on yourself, work on the things that you need to get done mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially. Understanding how you can be a better person for yourself, for the Most High. Understanding that every day is trial and error, especially if you're in society people pleasing for a long amount of time. And with these guidelines, you're able to come back to who you actually are. The choice is yours. The choice is ours. Everyone has a choice. Sometimes we may be inspired by what we see in the world, but to be honest, we have to ask ourselves these questions. Are the things that we really see true, honest, and real? Sometimes we may get inspired by luxurious homes, luxurious cars, luxurious clothes, people who have fame, status, notoriety. But are those things real? Are those things authentic? Especially if someone is being fake. You know, we can't champion things without understanding the bigger picture and knowing the larger story and scenario to things. Sometimes we may see something, and that thing that we may see, that thing that we may think is authentic, may not be actually authentic. But it's hard for us to understand because we've been programmed to feel the need to validate these things that are inauthentic. Don't get me wrong, there are people in this life who have these things and they are authentic with these things, but actually really understand where these things come from, who these people are, judge their character, understand them, understand the life that they may live. Don't look at things from face value and take it as real, because not everything is real. And when we understand authenticity, the Most High will reveal different things to us that we may not understand. Friendships. Sometimes even in friendships, people may not really be your friend. They may not really like you, but they may come around you. They may be around you, but they may not like you. There are people who don't like you and they are around you. When you're around these people, the body language that they give off, the energy that they give off, the actions that they give off towards you shows that they don't like you, but they won't tell you this. Or you may be around somebody that you don't like personally, and you may not tell that person that you don't like that person, but you're around that person. Me personally, I'm not being around anybody that I do not like, due to the fact of the matter of me just understanding that that's not the right thing to do. You don't have to be around people that you don't like, or you don't have to be around people who don't like you, to be honest. And this is being authentic. When you understand yourself, you understand that not everyone's going to like you, and you aren't going to like everybody. You start to be real with yourself, and you don't have to people please. Sometimes people try to people please in many various different ways, where they have to place themselves around people that they don't like just to show that they are above that. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I just think that when you are growing and you're moving towards a more authentic path, that every route that you take towards an authentic path, it just has to be authentic. And you have to start with the small things. When you don't like what someone does, tell that person that you don't like what they do. When you don't like being in a certain environment, explain that you don't like to be in a certain environment. If you don't like to be around certain people, explain these things, place boundaries, because only you can change the course and the direction of your life. And if you don't, you'll be stuck in the same course, in the same direction, trying to navigate the same course, the same direction when you're far above that and you've moved on, moved ahead. So today, I'll be reading these scriptures, and I hope that these scriptures can help you, help all of us in our daily personal lives. John 16:13. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth. For he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak, and he will declare to you the things that are to come. Psalms 119, 160. The sum of your words is truth, and every one of your righteous rules endures forever. See, we have the ability to understand in this life that authenticity overpowers everything. We have to take minor steps before taking major steps in order for us to be authentic to ourselves, to the Most High, and just being real all around. In the past, we may have not understood how to be much more authentic and be real. But the good thing about it is when you learn, when you make mistakes, you're able to grow from the mistakes that you make. You're able to make better decisions, place yourself around better environments, better people, and actually changing your mindset and developing and growing your mindset into the person that God wants you to become and the person that you want to become. Always strive to put your best foot forward in understanding your life, understanding yourself, and understanding that authenticity is the key to a better perspective and a better reality. I want to thank you for watching today. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace.